Hey guys, it's Tara. Okay, so I'm super excited. We are going to be doing a little bit of a recap of Leaders Retreat 2016 that was held in Dallas or Grapevine, Texas at the Gaylord Texan. Okay, so I'm going to go over some just kind of housekeeping stuff, a few of announcements that Plexus made while we were there, and just some tips that I took away from a few of the speakers, namely Sarah Bjorgard, who is our VP of Global Sales, and Carrie Wilkerson, the Barefoot Executive, who spoke with us, our keynote speaker. Okay, so a few things that Plexus announced that I want you guys to be fully aware of that I'm super excited about. One, I'm going to be looking down at my phone on my notes. One, there are brand new triplex tools in your back office under shareables. Tons. I think there were over 30 different compliance approved graphics that you can use to share triplex, which is our biggest selling product. Super exciting on that. Let's see, they're also launching a new blog called Sunny and Share spelled S-H-A-R-E, so good play on words, but it's an awesome blog that's going to go over just awesome eating habits, exercise habits. It's just a way for us to better build our brand, which is health and happiness, right? Health and Happiness. It's a fantastic blog that you can check in on. You can have your customers check in. You can have your potentials check in on that. You certainly follow it. It's going to have awesome things. Let's see. Then another new thing is we are now going mobile. Right? Better late than never. We're so excited. Okay, so now the sign up process on your phone for a customer or an ambassador is so easy. It is easy to see. There's no more pinching the screen and opening it up to try and add quantities or find your shopping cart or edit your shopping cart. It's so much easier. It's all streamlined at the top. You can see exactly what process you're in. Big, beautiful, bold pictures for you to see. So much easier on mobile access. So yay for that, right? Yay. And also, now we are having slim and block samples. Woohoo! That's amazing. So we now have slim and block samples to be sold and for you to give out as giveaways or to sell. So that is super exciting. So those are some little housekeeping, new, exciting announcements from Plexus. Okay, so something that I wanted to talk about, let's see, here we go, was something that Sarah Bjorgard said. And I recently made a post in my team page about this. So those of you on my team, you may have seen that. But the first thing, or the main thing that stuck out to me was she talked about the 90-day rule. Okay, so whatever you do today for your business will directly impact where your business is in 90 days. She said that that's true. This is true. This is a true rule for just about anything. If you focus on your health for 90 days, you're going to see an impact, right? 90 days. Whatever you do now, you're going to see a difference in 90 days. You can change your health in 90 days. You can change your relationships in 90 days. You can change your marriage in 90 days. You can change your business in 90 days. So whatever you do today or whatever you don't do today will show up in 90 days. So it got me thinking, am I being lazy or am I actually working my business? Where do I want to be in 90 days? You know, I hear a lot of you guys on my team say, okay, I want to be Ruby by January 31st, or I want to be Emerald by July 31st. Okay, well, what is 90 days from now? Well, 90 days from now is very beginning of February. So we will have just ended January, which is when promotions happen, end of the month. So where do you want to see yourself in January? Okay, if we're talking today, November 3rd, and 90 days, January 31st, where do you want to be? Do you want to be Senior Gold, Senior Ruby, Diamond? Where do you want to be in 90 days? Be realistic, okay, be realistic with where you are, but set that goal and know that whatever you do today is going to help you reach that goal in 90 days. So get organized. Make a plan. Who are you reaching out with and following up? Who on your downline are you coaching, teaching, inspiring, mentoring? Who on your downline are you helping promote? Right? Your downline, when they reach their goals on January 31st, guess what? You're going to reach yours, right? Because it just helps you. So take a look at what you're doing, right? Make each day count. You know, I hear a lot of times from some of my level 1s or level 2s and 3s when I coach them, that they regret wasting time. They've already signed up, but they let life just get in their way. They let life pause their business, right? They let life create what seemed to be reasonable and rational excuses to stop your business. And then they sit there and they go, I cannot believe it's already November and I'm still where I am because I've let the last couple of months just go to the wayside. Stop doing that. You know, there's two types of people. I've seen this post flying around. There's two types of people. There are the types of people that say, oh, I'm busy. I have so many kids and a husband or a wife. I have a demanding job. I've got birthday parties and holidays are coming up. I can't make this work. I just need to put it on the back burner for right now. Or there's the other type of person that says, I have kids, I have spouse, I have a demanding job that just sucks the life out of me, or I don't have time to do anything else. I've got holidays coming up. I have to make this work. What are you going to do in the next 90 days? Okay. Sarah Bjorgard, great tips. Okay, the next thing I'm going to cover, and it's going to take a little bit of time, is what Carrie Wilkerson, discussed as our keynote speaker for Leaders Retreat. Okay, she talked about leadership DNA, and she said that we don't have to default to our DNA. Okay, we don't have to default to it, right? Leadership is something that can be taught. Okay, it's not like you're just born with it or not. Some people are more innate with certain leadership qualities, sure. But guess what? You can still teach yourself if you take the self-initiative and the drive and the responsibility for your own actions. If you take the responsibility, you can teach yourself leadership skills. Absolutely. Not everybody's born an expert leader. Not even John Maxwell was born an expert leader. It took time. So we don't have to default to our leadership DNA that we're born with, no matter what level or scale that falls on, okay? We can't deny our leadership DNA or who we were born to be, okay? We can't deny it, but you can defy it, okay? I love all the default, deny, defy, right? We don't have to default to it. We can't deny it, but we can defy it, which means we can change it, right? That should inspire you. That should make you excited, okay? She said that leadership DNA is shapeable, okay? That you can create your destiny and your leadership abilities. I always tell my team that whenever you find yourself stuck, it's mainly, and I'm actually going to do another video on this, it's mainly because you have maxed out or capped at your leadership lid. Okay, if you don't know what a leadership lid is, Google it. There's going to be the first thing that pops up is John Maxwell. Take a few moments and read a little bit about leadership lid. It's the level of leadership that you're at. And if you reach that and you can't go past it, you can only lead so far once you reach your leadership lid. So you constantly have to develop it, right? If you're finding yourself stuck and you're doing all the right things, okay, you're doing all the right things, one, I would reevaluate if you truly are doing the right things consistently. You might be doing the right things every once in a while. But if you're truly doing the right things consistently and you find yourself stuck, it is because you need to develop your leadership skills a little bit more. You need to reach that next level. So that's what she talks about here. It's shapeable. You can create your destiny and your leadership abilities, but you have to write this down, put a big old fat circle around it, star it, highlight it, slap it on your forehead so you see it when you look in the mirror. Take ownership in this. Take responsibility in this. Take action in this. All right? I'm sure you've seen on one of my other videos that I got stuck at Emerald for about 6 or 7 months, and I didn't know why. It was like things were going great, and then it was just like, I thought, what in the world? I didn't change anything, but my leadership lid had maxed. I had to make the decision to invest in my own leadership skills and in turn invest in my teammates' leadership skills. So I had to teach that down. And once that started getting rolling, that's when my team started advancing and my ranks started advancing and my team leaders' ranks started advancing. You have to take ownership in this. If you just say, oh, it's going to happen, or, oh, I read this one book. Okay, did you apply it? Did you try and teach it down? Take ownership in it, responsibility and action. So she talks about DNA, leadership DNA. Okay, and she does some fun play on the letters of DNA. And she says at first that you might think that the D for DNA stands for desire and drive. I love this, right? I love what she said because, I kind of thought that would be it. Leadership and drive. I figured, okay, if people have that, then sure, they're going to make it. Okay. Here's what she said. Anyone can have desire and drive, right? We all join Plexus really, driven and ready to go, but it's not enough, right? It's never enough. If you have the desire and drive, it's not just enough. You have to have something more than that. Then somebody thought, okay, well, maybe the D in DNA stands for desperation. Okay, when she started talking, I go, oh, yeah, that's it. That's right. That's it. Yeah, because I remember when I joined Plexus and decided to work the business, it was like, dude, I have to make this work. I have to make this work for my family. I don't have many other choices to reach the types of goals that are in my head other than this opportunity. So I was partially probably desperate. I want to say I was desperate in a healthy way, right? But I thought, okay, desperation, that's it. And she goes on to say that you do have to have a level of desperation in your business, right? You have to have that level of desperation in your business to say, oh, this is happening. I'm not letting it not happen. We're doing this, right? You do have to have a level of that. And she said something that really, really hit home to me. She said, you are one crisis away from a Kickstarter campaign or a GoFundMe. One. You are one crisis away, no matter who you are. One crisis could happen in your family that could set you down a financial, dangerous rabbit hole. Just one. Right? What are we doing to prevent falling into that trap? She says, you have to have desperation, and if you don't have it, you need to create it. You do. You need to have a healthy level of desperation in your business. If all you are is complacent, okay, I'm kind of going off of her topic here, but if all you are is complacent in your business, oh, well, my family, we're actually pretty comfortable where we are financially, and, I just thought this would be kind of fun, and, or, we're not very comfortable financially, but, I don't know if, this is my answer, so I'm going to try. If that's you, if you're just kind of like, I'm cool, I'm going to, see where it takes me, stop. That type of mindset is keeping you right here. Right there. You have to have a level of desperation and go, no, I know what this opportunity can provide for me. I have seen it provide it for my friends, right? Take a look at my family. If you don't know somebody personally that it's impacted, it certainly has with my family. You need to have a desperation. You need to have a healthy level of desperation and go, no, I'm not comfortable with where I am. I'm not complacent with where I am. This is going to work. I'm going to make it work. Enough of my BS excuses that are in my head. Enough of going, woe is me. Enough of going, well, if it works, it works. No, take action, take responsibility, take ownership, and go. Get some desperation and go. Okay, that was my little preachy moment. And she says, she ended that little section with, you need to wake up every day and have a desperation for success. Put a big old star next to that one. In my notes here, I did. Wake up every day. Every day, no matter if you didn't hit that goal last month and it's the first of the next month and you're still kind of feeling down about where it was last month, have a desperation for success when you wake up that next day. If your potential hasn't circled back with you yet, or responded to your message, don't let that get you down. Have a desperation for success. Figure out another way. If there's a roadblock, if there's an obstacle, if there is a hurdle that you have to jump over, guess what? If it's too high and you're like, I can't jump over it, figure out how to go around it, right? Have a desperation for success. Now, here's what she talks about that the D actually stands for. The D actually stands for destination. Okay, destination. Where are you going? All right, where are you going? You must have this. Why are you doing what you're doing with Plexus? Why are you doing? This is not about money. This is not, oh, my destination's diamond, so I can make, $448,000 a year. Boom. That's my destination. No, it's not. What is your destination? What is your vision? Your vision is more about the more tangible things. Okay, so in life. So let's say that you would love to make $448,000 on average as a diamond with Plexus. But what does that money do for your family? Is that my destination is to retire my hardworking firefighting husband so he can be home because we don't have a strong retirement savings. Or my destination is to provide college education for my children so they don't get swamped in loans in their adult life. My destination is to be a stay-at-home mama with my new 3 babies, or whatever your situation is. What is your destination? What does that money provide you? What freedom does that provide you? Maybe your destination is, you know what? I want to help my best friend adopt a baby, or I want to be able to afford to adopt a baby. I want to start an orphanage in a different foreign country. What is your destination? What is your destination? All right. Then she goes on to say that you need to figure out who you are affecting with Plexus. So when I started Plexus, and you know what, here's the deal. Here's the truth, guys. Your destination may change, okay? You may think it's kind of, your why, right? Your destination. You may think and then it changes, right? That's okay. Let your destination evolve. Okay, that's the fun part of it. When I got started, my destination was I wanted to get healthy and happier, and maybe help my nervousness and feeling down all the time, and have my confidence be built back up, and maybe lose a few pant sizes. That's all I really thought about it. And then I realized about the opportunity. And then I thought, oh my gosh, my destination is to get these products paid for. I can't afford it, right? I want to spend that money elsewhere on my kiddos instead of me. That was just my destination. And then once that happened, I thought, oh my gosh, I could replace my full-time income with this. Okay, then that happened. Then my destination was, oh my gosh, not only could I retire, because I already have, I could retire my husband. And then, oh my gosh, my destination was, oh my gosh, I want to help my husband pursue some of his dreams and help our other side business, which is investment properties. So you see, it can change. Where are you going? Who are you affecting? And then what ended up happening was I realized very quickly that Plexus was not just about me financially and my family financially. It was, who was I affecting? Oh my goodness, I was creating or helping to create a ripple effect in my surrounding. And I was able to impact thousands of lives because I shared. And I was able to develop myself into a type of leader that I could help develop other leaders and show them what their potential was. And so it was impacting positively on people's lives, their confidence, their belief in themselves. Who are you affecting through this? Okay. She also goes on to say, let's see, what is the impact that you're having? You need gut level meaning to these questions. Otherwise, you're going to lose sight and your business is going to suffer. When you lose sight of where you're going and why you're doing what you're doing and who you're affecting and what impact you want to have on the world by your actions, by doing this, by sharing health and happiness, by helping people with financial issues and helping bring people back into the home so that they don't have to work so hard, because in America, that's just what you do. You work really hard and there's not a lot of vacation days. I mean, I've been there. I've been in corporate world. When you lose sight of what you're doing and why, your business is going to suffer. So maybe that's why you're stuck. Take some time to discuss with your spouse or your shareholders, as she calls them, your kids, your spouse, your family. Discuss where you want to go. Figure that out. Get a plan, get a path, and get a purpose. Get a plan, a path, and a purpose, y'all. Get one. Get clear on that destination. She says you are not a leader without a destination. You're not. Because if you don't know where you're going, how are you going to lead anybody else? If you don't know where you're going and where you're trying to take people, how can you lead anybody? Be a leader. Create a culture that knows where they're going, that is on a mission. Make that clear and become that leader with a destination. Leadership comes from rewriting your DNA and getting clear on your destination. You must also agree on your destination with your shareholders, which is what I just said. Okay, so that's the D. D is destination. N is narrative. Okay, personal side note here. If you have never heard of or read the book, What You Say When You Talk to Yourself by Shad Helmstetter, go pick it up, go read it, and read it again. Guys, this is talking about your negative self-talk. What narrative are you telling yourself in your head? Okay, I think that this is probably the most important letter of the DNA, the narrative, the self-talk. Whatever you think becomes. Truly it does. Whatever you think becomes, because when you think it, it shapes your actions. If you think, I can't do it, you are more likely, subconsciously, you are more likely to not act because you think you cannot do it. So therefore, it directly impacts your non-action. You're not going to do it. And when you don't act, guess what your outcome is? It's not going to happen. So when you think it's not going to happen, you're not going to make it happen, and it's not going to happen. Make sense? But when you think, no, it's happening, you are more likely and more vigorously likely to take that action, right? What are you telling yourself? What story is going around in your head? Oh, I had a tough childhood, and, it's just, I'm in a bad spot in my life right now, and I'm still recuperating from this. Okay, all of that may be true, but if you constantly tell yourself that you're in a bad place or you're still having a tough time with this, that, whatever, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So what is the narrative that you are telling yourself? What are you teaching your team via words and via actions, right? Your narrative as a leader, your narrative not only shapes your life, but it shapes your family's life and it shapes your team's results. Ooh. Your narrative shapes your business and it shapes your teammates' business. What narrative are you telling yourself, which is then affecting your words that are spoken, which is then affecting your actions that your team sees you do? It's affecting your business. Check your narrative, y'all. Check your narrative. It can be a good narrative and it could be a bad negative. It can be positive. It can be negative. You better make sure that it's a positive one, right? Right? Yeah, what are you saying to yourself? That's the key thing here. Then she uses the analogy. Think of a caterpillar and a butterfly. Okay, think of that. What does a caterpillar do before it becomes a butterfly? Well, it wraps itself up in a cocoon, and it actually decomposes inside of there. She even uses the word goo. It becomes that caterpillar turns to goo. It completely decomposes, completely inside that cocoon. So, and then it forms into metamorphosis, right? It forms into this beautiful, more strong, more able, that has different abilities. Not only can it walk and crawl on land, but now it can fly. So a caterpillar can walk and crawl on land, but couldn't fly before. So it decomposed, it formed into this new and better thing as a butterfly. Now think of that like you. Sometimes we have to decompose and go through a breakdown to have a breakthrough. Go through the breakdown to have a breakthrough. This certainly happened to me when I was Emerald. I thought honestly, I was like, I got this, right? I got this thing. I feel like I know what I'm doing as a leader. And then it hit me like a ton of bricks that my team wasn't moving. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to develop my leadership skills, my leadership DNA. I've got to invest more time in it. And I had to go through a personal breakdown of my leadership skills to break out and through to be a better leader, right? So if you're stuck, maybe you're going through that breakdown right now. Okay, so that you can have that breakthrough. We must be willing to go through that cocoon. We must be willing to go through that. You cannot avoid the breakdown. You have to go through it to grow and learn. You must be ready for a metamorphosis. Okay, then A for action. D, destination, with a little bit of desperation in there, right? Oh, we talked about that. But destination, narrative, and action. DNA. Action. Action. Action does not mean thinking about your business, she says, or going to the store to buy a planner to plan your business, she says. It does not mean being on everyone else's Facebook page or team page, asking what they're doing or seeing what they're doing. It does not mean copying the person that you want to be like and to a T. It does not mean focusing completely on someone else and then just trying to do what they do. No, that is mirroring, right? You want to mirror leaders, but you want to be yourself, right? And you want to have real action, okay? Real action. Action are things that move the needle in your business. So what are some examples? We talk about these all the time. Income producing actions, right? Getting new customers, meeting with potentials, getting new enrollments, finding new leads, customers and ambassadors, getting your team to do the same. That moves your business, right? It is not just about posting motivational things on your team page either, guys. It is about training leadership skills, getting that action up here, that narrative piece up there for yourself, for your team, developing, pouring into yourself, but also this IPAs, right? So here is something else she says. You need to be in alignment. Here's another A. You need to be in alignment with your product, with your message, with your money, and with your mind, okay? When you are in alignment, you can stop sharing everyone else's success story. Okay, wait for this. Get an amen. When you are in alignment, you can stop sharing everyone else's success story and share your own, right? You don't have to have a rags to riches or size 24 to 4 or whatever you have in your mind as this amazing success story. You can have your own success story. And it can be just as powerful, but you have to be in alignment. So what does alignment look like? Well, she put it real blunt. I love this. She goes, well, first, if you want to get in alignment with your product, start taking them. Cut out your sugars and carbs. Get on that block and start taking your accelerator again. If you've been slacking on taking your Probio 5 at night, stop. Put it next to your toothbrush because you know you better be brushing your teeth every night and take your Probio. Okay? Get in alignment with your products. Get in alignment with your company. Stop bashing, start loving. Stop doubting, start believing. Get in alignment with your money. If you want to make some money, then get in alignment with your action, right? You may be also struggling in your business because you're not in alignment. Okay, so check your alignment. All right, and she says, there are 4 words to live by. And she says, do those things first. Do those things first. Get in alignment. Get some action. Check your narrative. Get a destination. Have a little bit of desperation in there. All right? Words to live by. And she closes with stop blaming your place on where you are on circumstances. Because you are the only one that can change where you are or that can keep you where you are. All right, guys. I hope that helped. I love this speech by Carrie Wilkerson. She knocked out of the park, and it really resonated home with me. I hope it helped with you guys. All right, sorry for the longer video. Hope you guys have a great day.